No, it's still too low. Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Mrs. Giovanni, and I'm from the Discovery Cube and DiscoveryCubeConnect.org, your online science connection. I am streaming live from the Discovery Cube right now to talk to you about how to become an astronaut. Have you ever thought about becoming an astronaut before? An astronaut is a scientist who studies and prepares for all things space travel. Astronauts all contribute something different and special to each mission, whether it be on the ground or up in outer space. NASA is looking for people with a doctoral degree in either engineering, biological science, computer science, mathematics, or a physical science like physics, chemistry, or geology. You'll also need your pilot's license. All right, well, this brings us to our very first student question brought to us from Melanie in Miss Landis' class. And they ask, how do we go to space? Well, thank you for your question, Melanie. That's a really nice question. And right now, astronauts are using rocket ships to get up to outer space. Maybe in the future, when you're old enough to become a real astronaut, we'll have something else to get us up to outer space. But for now, rocket ships are relying on combustion and propulsion to push way up past Earth's atmosphere and get us all the way up into outer space, which is perfect because today I'm going to be making a pretend paper rocket ship that we're going to launch at the end, and this is going to represent our completion of today's astronaut training camp courses, and we have quite a few. Part of this is because NASA's astronauts come from many different backgrounds and fields, but they all share some certain things in common. The things that we're going to be focusing on today that astronauts share in common are hygiene. We're talking about mental wellness, physical wellness, education, healthy eating, hydration, I think I said that one, and critical thinking. I guess I need to critically think about what I already said, right? We're going to do each one of these topics as a training course, and every time we complete one, we'll add another piece to our paper rocket. Should we get started? All right. The first training course is going to be hygiene. What's hygiene, Mrs. Giovanni? Well, it's all about keeping clean. This is really important to astronauts. Think about it. When you're out in space, if you spill something, it's not just going to go all over the ground. It could float up all around, all everywhere. It could hit people in the face. You don't know, right? So it's going to be important as an astronaut, a scientist, or anyone really, to make sure that everything, your workspace included, is clean for you and everyone else that's going to be on your rocket ship. Okay, so how are we going to complete this training course? Well, right now, I don't know about you and your workspace, but mine is kind of messy. That's right, I've got trash everywhere. I think I even have some stuff on the floor. So in order to represent keeping clean, let's clean up our area. Now, we also have to be observant scientists. So let's look around, right, and see where can we clean up. Do you see any papers and things on my desk I can clean? Yeah, I've got a lot. Look around you and clean up stuff. Don't forget to check under tables, on the floor, right? I've got plenty of things that I can use my trash can for and throw away, right? Lots of stuff. Go ahead, start yours now. Start cleaning while I'm cleaning my desk. And this is recycling. If you find something recycling, don't just toss it in the trash. Make sure you're putting it in the recycling bin. And if you don't know where that is or where to put it, ask a grown-up and hopefully they'll be able to help you out. All right, I've got a lot of things. I got to take my own advice and check the floor. All right, throw your trash away. Get it organized. And if you don't have any trash around you, well, first of all, you're already off to a really good start. So good job. But you can still organize your area. Like I have stuff kind of just sprayed all out all over my desk that I can kind of clean up and make it. Oh, that's much better. I feel much nicer and neater I have a lot more room to work, and hygiene is a really good thing. It helps me breathe and relax and have lots of room. So this is great. Okay, how did you do? Were you able to find some trash to put in the trash can? Did you find any recycling? I hope that you were able to clean up your area. And hey, we've already completed the first course. This is awesome. Now we can add a part to our paper rocket ship. So I'm going to start right here, and I'm going to find the body of my rocket ship first. This is going to make up the largest part of my rocket ship. And I'm going to go ahead and get it a little bit closer so you can see. It's got some bubbles on it and some soap. Perfect for our hygiene course. So I'm going to go ahead and place it there in the center of my paper. And hey, now we just got to find some other parts to add to our rocket ship. What did I say we were doing next? We started with hygiene. I know, education. Well, astronauts definitely have to be educated in many different things before they ever think about stepping foot on a rocket ship, right? And they do this by going to college. They study really hard. So make sure you study really hard and finish all of your homework so that you can make it to college and follow a path of the astronauts. All right. Another important responsibility of education when it comes to being an astronaut isn't just educating yourself, it's also educating those around you, sharing your experiences and your discoveries. Well, to complete this part of our training course, we should try to educate each other. I'm going to start with a question, another one brought in from a student. And if I answer that question, hopefully I will have completed my portion, and then I'll have something for you too. Okay, let's hear it. It's going to be from Benji in Mrs. Rodriguez's class, and they ask, how does gravity exist? Really good question. I love talking about gravity. It is a really cool, it's probably my favorite force. And that's really what it is. It's an invisible pulling force. It's all around us. It's working on our bodies right now. Well, gravity happens when something has mass. If you're like, what's mass, Mrs. Data Body? Well, it's really just talking about an item's particles, what it's made of. I have mass, you have mass, my paper has mass, my desk, everything has particles and mass that make it up. And that means that everything has gravity. Yes, but whatever has the most mass or the most particles, the most stuff that make it up, its gravity is going to win. It's going to have the strongest gravitational pull. Well, the thing that has the most mass around us right now is planet Earth. It's so big. It's where everything that we've ever known is mostly. And that's why anytime you jump up away from the Earth, its gravity grabs us and pulls us back down. But the farther away you get from an object and its gravitational pull, the weaker its pull is on that object. That's why when astronauts shoot all the way up into outer space, they're getting farther away from Earth and Earth's gravitational pull. And that's why we see things floating in the air, including the astronauts themselves, right? They're kind of all around. Well, that's all about gravity. And I hope I was able to educate you a little bit on how it works. Now it's your turn. As an honorary astronaut in training, it's your turn to share one fact that you know with a partner, a friend, a sibling, or even a grown-up. Okay, so find somebody close to you that you can share one fact. And remember, you have to be willing and able to listen to their facts too. Part of being educated means knowing when it's your turn to talk and when it's your turn to listen. So quickly share one fact. Okay, and I'm getting ready. I think I have a friend on the phone right now, and they're going to share a fact with me. But you go ahead, take your turns, share your facts, and I'm going to see what my friend has to say. Okay, go ahead. Okay. Oh, hello. Yeah, I'm ready. No, I didn't know that's why artificial grape flavor doesn't taste anything like an actual grape. That's really cool. Tomorrow, you're going to tell me the meaning of life? I can't wait. Thanks so much for educating me. I'll talk to you tomorrow, okay? Okay, bye. All right, my friends, were you able to share a fact? If you didn't have a chance to finish what you were talking about, don't worry. You'll have time after the presentation today. I'm just proud of you for trying. And I hope that everybody was willing to take turns, right? That's an important thing. Okay, well, now we know a little bit about education, how it works, and how to take turns. And that's a really great thing. So, we have earned a next piece to our paper rocket ship. So here it is. We've got the body of the rocket all set up. And now it's time to add a fin for education. So here is my education fin. I don't know how well you can see that, but yeah, you can see it. It's got a little graduation cap and a diploma. And those are things that you get when you graduate college. So this is not the last time you're going to be seeing those things, because you will see them when you graduate. And this is doing really good, but it still doesn't really look like a rocket ship yet, right? We need to add some more pieces. So let's get going. All right, next up is mental wellness. This is an extremely important aspect of being any kind of scientist, really, or even just a person. And astronauts in outer space, they have a lot of time spent alone, and they really focus on having a positive mental energy, right? Positive wellness in their mind. And you might not have heard of mental wellness before, but not only is it important to be physically well in our bodies, but it's also important for our minds too. So to demonstrate this today, we are going to practice a breathing technique that could help control our heart rate. And it could even come in handy if we ever find ourselves in a situation where we need to calm down. Are you ready? Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to breathe in, nice big breath in through our nose. Then we're going to hold our breath for 3 seconds. Then we're going to breathe out slowly from our mouths, nice and steady. We're going to do this 3 times, okay? Can you do it with me? Here we go. Ready? Go. How does that feel? Do you feel any different? Part of being a scientist means being able to observe how you're feeling and what's going on around you. So what do you notice right now? Are you feeling nice and relaxed? I definitely am. I feel really calm and relaxed and wonderful. In fact, that breathing exercise is something really cool that I think I could use every single day. I'm going to try it and see how I feel. Maybe I'll start to feel more calm and relaxed throughout my day. And I challenge you to try it too. And hey, we've already finished the next step of our rocket ship, our mental wellness. Okay, so let's get the nose of the rocket ready. And the nose of my rocket has a cute little pink brain to represent our minds and our mental wellness. So let's put that to the top of our rocket. Make sure it's the top of the rocket. And hey, kind of starting to look a little bit more like a rocket ship now. I think that looks like a fun rocket ship that I want to get inside. So let's keep going and see what comes next. Oh, of course, physical exercise. Okay. Well, physical exercise is important for everybody, of course. But, you know, we were just talking about gravity. And astronauts in outer space don't have Earth's gravitational pull constantly pulling on their muscles, which means that their muscles aren't having to work quite as hard. They might get weaker and they even might start to shrink. And they need to keep their muscles busy in outer space so that doesn't happen. So in order to prepare to go to space, we have to start training really, really hard, getting our muscles ready so that we can do that and be nice and fit by the time we get to outer space. So for this unit in our astronaut training course, we're going to do some physical exercises, and I'm going to do 3 of them, okay? So follow me over this way, and we're going to do, there we go. we're gonna do some exercises, including high knees, okay? So I'll give you a second to find me. There I am. I'm not that tall. So. Okay, the high knees are gonna be with our arms out like this, and we're gonna lift up each knee one at a time, but we're gonna add a little bit of bouncing to it, and my head might kind of go up a little bit higher past the camera, so we might wanna tilt it up just a little bit more. There we go. And we're gonna do this 10 times, okay? So for each knee, it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, okay? But we're gonna do it together so it'll look something a little bit like this. Okay, are you ready to do it with me 10 times? Here we go, get your arms out. Make sure you have plenty of room. Don't knock any of your friends around, okay? All right, here we go. Ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, did you do it? How do you feel? Don't forget to check in. Awesome. Okay, well, I feel great. I am observing that. I feel really invigorated, alive even. So exercise is awesome for that. But that's just our first exercise in the physical fitness portion. The next one's gonna be actually my favorite. I love doing squats. And so for this, I'm actually gonna turn to the side, but I wanna tell you that you're gonna stand with your feet about shoulder width apart. Okay, so however wide your shoulders are, that's about how wide your feet should be. And I'll turn to the side a little bit just so you can see what it's gonna look like. I'm gonna bend my knees down, but notice that I'm not leaning forward too much. Okay, I don't want my knees to go over past where my feet are. I wanna keep my knees back, okay? So when I lean down, I'm eventually gonna start to make my leg look like the corner of a square. Okay, that's the goal. Okay, so it's gonna go and see how my arms are out like this. I'm gonna go down, 1, all the way, and then all the way up. We're gonna do this 5 times. Are you ready? Set, go. 1, all the way up. 2, 3, 4, one more after this, and 5. All right, how do you feel? Check in with yourself, see what you notice. I like doing squats because it makes my legs feel strong and sturdy, like I can do anything. And that is the power of exercise. But we have one more exercise to do in this program. This is gonna be a fun one. This is gonna be jump rope. And you might have noticed, I don't have a rope. You might not have a jump rope either, and that's okay. You can pretend along with me, but just remember to hold your pretend jump rope, okay? You gotta hold it in your hand like this, and every time we put our rope underneath us, we're gonna have to jump, okay? We're gonna do this 10 times. This exercise is awesome, not only for our muscles, but also our cardiovascular system. What's a cardiovascular system? Well, this is the system in our body that has to do with our heart and our blood. And the heart is pumping our blood through our bodies and carrying a number of different things, including oxygen, to our different organs, okay? So this is important for astronauts, but it's good for us too, to have a healthy cardiovascular system. And when I say go, we're gonna do it 10 times. Ready, set, go. Don't forget your jump rope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, I was gonna keep going. Yeah, we did. Oh, check your heart, check your heart. Is it beating fast? Oh yeah, mine's beating really fast. This is the perfect thing for our healthy cardiovascular system. And hey, we passed our physical fitness course of our astronaut training. So follow me back over this way, and we're gonna do the rest, and we're gonna add our physical fitness part to our rocket ship. Here it is. And our physical fitness part looks like a person's arm holding onto a weight. They're building up a nice, strong Muscle, almost as big as mine. All right, let's add that to our rocket ship. Nice, looking good, but my rocket's a little lopsided. We need another fin on there. And the next part is going to be healthy eating. That's right, my friends. Exercise is awesome. Not only does it help with our muscles, our cardiovascular system, and it could even give us a positive mood during the day and better sleep at night. Astronauts are really smart to include this in their training, but healthy eating is also very important to an astronaut's training, okay? So it has to do with having healthy cells. We all have bunches of cells in our bodies, and they make up all of our larger parts. So we have different kinds of cells, like skin cells, bone cells, heart cells, I said skin cells already, all kinds of cells, right? Well, they make up all of our larger parts, kind of like living building blocks. And they need a lot of things to stay healthy. They're constantly dying off and regrowing. They're constantly getting damaged and need to repair themselves. Well, when we eat food, different elements of our food breaks apart and gets sent to all of the cells in our body, carrying with it all of the important things that our cells need. We know that different cells are going to need things like vitamins, like vitamin C, potassium, iron, calcium, all these different things, water, fiber, all of that. Now, we could eat a different kind of food for each one of those things that our cells need, but it would be a lot easier and a lot quicker to just eat a couple different foods that have all of those things. Like, for instance, broccoli. Oh, what's wrong? Is broccoli not your favorite? That's okay. The cool thing about broccoli is you really only need a very little bit to go a long way. And something I learned about broccoli, if you dip it into your favorite sauce, then you don't even taste it anymore. You just taste the sauce. Give it a try. I've learned to love it right now. Actually, part of the reason why I've learned to love it is because our taste buds or our tongue cells are dying off and regrowing every 10 days. That's right. So if you try something one day and your taste buds don't like it, try it again in about 2 weeks and your new regrown cells might end up loving it. Try it yourself. And if you're not sure what else, beans are also another really great vegetable that you can eat. And scientists are agreeing that could be the healthiest food that we can eat. If you're not sure what else to include in your astronaut training diet, the safe bet is just to keep adding more fruits and vegetables. Okay, the more fruits and vegetables we have, the more vitamins and minerals and all those important things we're going to get. Did you eat a fruit or a vegetable today? You did? Perfect. You've already completed our healthy eating portion to our rocket ship. It's time to add another fin. I'm going to finish chewing on my broccoli. I love it. There it is. Broccoli and beans. Yummy. Now this is really starting to look like a real rocket ship. Well, it could be a rocket ship or it could be a fancy Christmas tree. But I'm gonna go with the rocket ship part. And we're almost ready to take off. But the next part is hydration. So we have something else. We've got to add a rocket booster onto our rocket if it's going to go anywhere. So let's do the hydration part. And you know what? This is perfect. We were just saying how fruits and vegetables are full of wonderful things that our cells need, and that includes water. In fact, you'll find that most fruits and vegetables are mostly water, just like our bodies. So you can hydrate not only by drinking water, but also by eating water too. Have you had any water today? If you haven't, I recommend going and getting a drink right now. Astronauts in space have looked back at planet Earth and seen the power and wonder of water. They know how important it is, and it is definitely important to include it every single day. So definitely make sure you're getting a glass of water every day. And go ahead and hydrate now. If you haven't already taken a drink, grab the nearest water bottle that's yours and take a drink to complete our hydration portion. I'm feeling great, my friends. We did exercise. We did some deep breaths. I had some broccoli. I had some water. I'm feeling really, really healthy right now, but we're not done. We have something else to do, but I think it's time for us to add our hydration rocket booster. So here's my rocket booster, and I'm gonna hold it close. Hopefully you can see that it's raining in my rocket booster. It's a hydration rocket booster. And let's add that to the bottom portion of my rocket ship. Oh yeah, now it's not a Christmas tree. Now it's a rocket ship for the rocket booster. I love it. Wait a minute. It looks like it's done. But we still have one more training course to complete. That's right, our critical thinking training course. Well, what's critical thinking all about, and why don't I have my rocket ready to go? Let's think about it critically, right? Our critical thinking is very important for everybody, but especially astronauts who are trying to go to outer space. In fact, they have to work together to problem solve up in space and, of course, here on Earth. And for this, they're going to be using a growth mindset. Having a growth mindset means you are willing to keep going despite challenges you might be having. Learning and growing from our failures and turning them into victories. Well, when we face something difficult, it could be really frustrating. And we might even want to give up. Have you ever felt like that before? I definitely have felt like that before. But astronauts facing challenges in outer space can't just give up. Their crew could be depending on them. Their research could be depending on them. Their safety could be depending on them. They really just can't give up. They have to keep that growth mindset, keep persevering and trying their best until they are able to solve their problem. But what's our problem? Well, we have a rocket ship and it's looking pretty good, but we need to get a way to blast it off. Remember I said when we were done making our paper rocket, we're gonna blast it off? Right now it's just a paper rocket. We have to think critically and figure out a way to launch it. Well, maybe being an observant scientist can help us. Let's be observant and see if we notice anything around here that maybe could help us. Oh, I have a straw right here. Could this help me launch my rocket? Maybe. Oh, look, a balloon. Oh yeah, I want to use this balloon to help me launch my rocket. This is going to be perfect, okay? I'm going to blow up my balloon with air. That breathing exercise helped me do this. And yeah, now when I put my paper rocket on, all I have to do is let go. What do you think will happen when I let go of my balloon? You can tell me in the chat. That's right, it's gonna go all over the place when I let go. Perfect. Well, this signifies us completing our training courses. And look, we've got our hygiene body of our rocket, education fin, healthy eating fin, exercise fin, mental wellness, and even our hydration rocket boosters. And look, we even solved our critical thinking problem. We need to add something for that. Perfect. I've got fire to come out of our rocket booster, just like we sometimes have to light a fire within us to think critically. And now I'm really ready to let go of my rocket ship. Will you help me? Okay, when I say go, count with me down from 3. 3, 2, 1, and blast off. Are you ready? Set, go. 3, 2, 1, blast off. Oh! Yes, we did it. We launched launched our rocket, and that was so much fun. This could not have happened without your help. So thank you, Space Cadets, for finishing today's astronaut training course. I am really proud of you for persevering, having a growth mindset, and sticking with me all the way to the end. And I really hope that you take some things that you've learned from this training course into the future. Are you going to be able to practice this stuff every day? I know I'm certainly going to try. And if you really liked doing this activity and want to know more about outer space, you can sign up with one of our virtual summer camps. We have a few spots open in all of our training camps, which include Dino Camp, Space Camp, STEAM Camp, which is all about adding science to art, and it's going to be amazing, coding, and the camp I'm teaching, Animal Camp. If you just want to explore other fun activities, then definitely check out discoverycubeconnect.org. But to sign up for the camps, you'll need to go to discoverycube.org. Okay, so check those out. No matter what you do with your summer, I hope you have a great time. Keep exploring, keep asking questions, and keep discovering. See you next time. Bye, everyone.